Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and the place to be, it's Debsy. Boop, boop, that's me. Boop, Debsy. Hey guys, and happy Wednesday. What is it? Yes, it's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. As you can see, I am downstairs in my underground lair, and yes, I do still have my Christmas tree up. I might keep it up for a while. I'm just saying. I love having it down here. So I just took my shower. I just finished watching the Real Housewives Salt Lake City reunion part 1. And that is what we are going to do. But before that, I hope everybody had a great day and is having a great week. If not a great day and a great week, then at least a good one. So last night I watched the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion part 1. And I have some thoughts on it. First off, the fashions, they were not giving. I absolutely did not like Whitney's at all. I don't like that color. I just am not a fan of that color. It seems to be like that is one of her favorite colors. I thought all of it was busy, and then all of the necklaces, like, I don't know that she needed that many necklaces. The only person I will say, I thought Heather Gay looked very good. As much as people are not liking Monica, which I'll give my thoughts on that. I thought she looked good. I did not like Lisa's dress. I don't know. I thought it was like, for reunion looks, I'm usually used to like over the top looks. And I wasn't really feeling any of these except for Heather's and Monica's maybe. But that's it. So I don't know. I really didn't even like Meredith's. So that right there, let's get that out of the way. That is the fashion, my fashion note. I am saying that, of course, looking like this. So whatever. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to tell you so let's get started. I was so excited going into this reunion, and it started off gangbusters for me, and then it kind of went like downhill. Like it was like, woo, 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 and then it was like, it was kind of went into like a lull. As much as I don't want to say this, starting off the season, I really liked Monica. And then I still liked Monica. And then last week I was like, no, this is not good. And then you hear all these leaked audios and videos coming out, and you're like, oh, I don't know. But I will say, I mean, she saved the season, and she kind of saved the reunion last night, because we started off talking about, well, first of all, Andy started off talking about, let me ask what it's like to film without Jen Shaw. Heather had said basically she was worried that people had maybe gotten so addicted to the drama and the toxicity that came with her that maybe people wouldn't watch anymore. I'm going to tell you, after last season, if they didn't do something to turn this around, I don't know that I would be watching. Who am I kidding? I would probably still watch. But I don't know. It was, last season was a bore fest. They bring Monica in. She really did revive this season. She saved it. As much of a trash human that she is, and I think, honestly, I'm thinking now she might be a trash human. I mean, she did save the season. So they rolled Monica's package. And I'm going to tell you, looking back at it now, whenever she was crying to her mom before they went on the Palm Springs trip, and she went out and she bought that Louis Vuitton, and she was crying to her mom because she felt like she didn't belong, and she didn't belong because all these women have like just beautiful houses and storied beautiful lives, and here she is, she's living in a 3,500 foot, I think that's what it was, square foot home, And, she's like, I'm a whore and I'm a single mom and blah, 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 this and that. I thought she looked relatable. There were so many times in the past when I thought, and I had said, this makes Monica relatable. Like Monica crying about this. Monica showing herself bleaching her mustache on TV. It all seemed very relatable. But now, were we just duped? I mean, she's saying that she felt like she didn't belong. She wanted to belong. Why would you want to belong though? I mean, you were either all of reality Von Teese, or you were part of it. And reality Von Teese trolled these women. Why would you want to be a part of that if you were trolling them? And Andy had said, do you want to be Lisa Barlow? She's like, no, I don't. I don't know. I think she wants to have what Lisa Barlow has. That's for certain. And then they talked about the ring, the $60,000 ring. Lisa had said that ring truly was something that was sentimental for her because her husband, John, had got it for her after the birth of her son, Henry. And she said, I guess it was, I don't know if it was a hard delivery or something that happened with Henry, but she said that they almost lost Henry. So this was something that her husband gave her after, and it's something that she looked at and reminded her that she has 2 beautiful babies. Here's the thing though, and I get that, but she didn't really say that. She did say it's sentimental, but she did mention $60,000 a lot. And Lisa had said basically, I didn't say that because I didn't say all of that because I didn't feel like I needed to put that out there on TV, which is true. I mean, you can share what you want to share, but when you keep saying $60,000, people are going to really think that it's more about the money. Here's another funny thing though. Whenever, who was it? Monica had said that, you're part, she said something like, I guess you're not part of the 1%. The 1% is people like Shaquille O'Neal. And Heather had said something jokingly, like she kind of rolled her eyes, or she laughed. And she said something like, that's not the financial guru I would have thought of. I would have thought of like Jeff Bezos. But listen, I get it. Jeff Bezos got money, and I had heard this from a TikToker, and she had said, because I thought to myself when Heather said that, I thought, well, what's wrong with Shaquille O'Neal? I mean, Shaquille O'Neal, you see him in everything. He does a commercial for everything. But then you come to find out that, listen, Shaquille O'Neal, I don't know if it was on his own or if it was with the help of a financial advisor, but he not only, in some of these companies that he's the face of, he's not only just the face of it, he also owns part of the company, or he is invested. He has made, Shaquille O'Neal, no lie, for his playing career, I think they said he made something like over $200 million, $299 million maybe, or something like that. Over $200 million from playing. For his investments, he's made $700 million. So he's made over $200 million for playing. He has made $700 million on investments. I'm going to tell you, I would be perfectly fine with having Shaquille O'Neal's money. I'm just saying, that's just besides the point. So back to the ring. Monica said she thinks that it was Lisa and Heather that started the rumors that she stole the ring, Lisa's ring. And Lisa was like, no, it wasn't me. And Monica had said, well, why didn't you say online that you didn't think I stole it? And she said, well, it's not my job to put it out there. I mean, when it's out there and people are like, we think Monica stole the ring. Yeah, Monica stole the ring. Monica stole the ring. If it was your ring and you don't come out and say, I didn't steal it, or I don't think she stole it, then you're not true. You didn't say that, but you're like, you did not say it, so that's it. And Angie had piped in a little bit, and feisty Monica had said, had called her a bench warming bitch. So she was on fire last night with the comebacks. A little bit later then, Heather had played an audio, because Heather was very good. Heather had said something like, you were friends. Oh, Andy had asked, so tell me about how you knew Jen. And she said, well, I was friends with her, and then I ended up doing stuff for her, like an assistant would. And it was unpaid. And Andy was like, well, wait, you have 2 kids and you're doing it unpaid? I didn't understand that. Like, why exactly, if you have 2 kids, I agree, I understand at the time she was married, but why, if you have 2 kids, are you just going to leave your kids and then go do a job that you're not getting paid for? I don't understand. And then Heather had said something like, well, you wanted to get on the show. And she says, no. Then Heather brings out the audio recording of her saying, Kim Kardashian started off as an assistant, and look at her now. And the whole time Monica is like, right, that's right. She's over there going, So the question was then, like, were you just using Jen to get on the show? Did you think you would get on the show? And she had said, I didn't start helping her out to get on the show, but it couldn't hurt, or something like that. Listen, she went in and became friends. I don't know if she became friends, if her friendship with Jen started when she was on the show or after. But listen, I'm going to tell you what. She used that in with Jen to then get an in with the show. That's for certain. And there was also a leaked audio that came out last week, like after the finale dropped. There was an audio that came out where she is on a phone call with somebody saying that she doesn't want to ruin her chances of never getting another Bravo show, and she wants to be a star. I'm just kidding, but really kind of not kidding. Listen, Linda, she did all that. She did all this to become a star. I'm going to tell you, that's exactly why. You can't tell me that she didn't do it for any otherwise. And she had said that she had mailed casting and was like, well, what did she say? Your show sucks. Your ratings are shit, and you're going to get canceled because you don't have the right cast. And then, they flashed, like, the editors of the show flashed up, like, the actual real what she wrote. And she didn't write what she said she wrote. I think she was trying to probably just be dramatic for the show. I think it's going to come out that she lies about a lot, but I mean, it's come out that she kind of allegedly lies about a lot. This, I think she was doing that just for dramatical effect. Because if she were to read that, what she wrote, what she really said, it wouldn't be as dramatic and as like, wow, as what she said that she said. And then didn't she have some they were talking about Jen Shaw and how she came about testifying against Jen Shaw. And she was like, I took information that I knew to the government contact, which is something that all of these women should have done. I did the right thing. So should they have. Oh, you are talking about doing the right thing? Are you kidding me? You applied to be on this show under the guise, you applied to be on this show and then tried to make it like you wanted to be friends with these women after you were part of a trolling, after you were part of this site that trolled them and made their lives hell. No, thank you. I don't buy that. Also, they touched on the affair with her brother-in-law, and the surprisingly so, the women were very sympathetic with her on this. And we find out then that she was rebaptized into the church. I don't know why you would want to go back into that church. That always surprises me. So next up, they had a look at the other women and their friendships. There was Meredith and Whitney with Meredith's bath. There was Lisa and Meredith. There was Whitney and Lisa, and that whole thing was about like when Sherry had passed. When Sherry had passed, Whitney was not happy with Lisa's lack of comforting her. And also Whitney, there was a whole thing with Whitney proclaiming to make Lisa a better person. And then there was the beef between Heather and Whitney. So we find out Meredith and Lisa, they are, there were a few bumps in the road, but they're in a much better place. They're starting over with their friendship, and that's good to hear. And Whitney and Heather, they have still had some trust issues to get over, but their friendship looks just a little different from what it did before. I'm not going to get too much into this because there was a lot of back and forth, and during this segment with the four of them, it seemed like it was just them talking it out amongst themselves, and Andy could have just went out and got a snack or got a drink or something during this time. But Meredith basically said, listen, I respect everybody else's feelings. Nobody respects mine. They brought up the fact that Meredith, like there will be a whole bunch of stuff going on talking, and maybe to get herself out of it, Meredith will bring up something like she did in Palm Springs, where she talked about children are going to be disabled or something like that. And Meredith had said that, listen, I had gotten this very difficult news. I was trying to deal with this personal issue. I pushed it down, and then I tried to push down as much as I could, and then I couldn't, and it just all came up, and it came up at that point. And both Whitney and Lisa were like, right, but you got to see it from both sides. Like, you can see it from your side, but you also have to see it from our side, the perspective that we have. Like, we don't know that you're going through all of this stuff. And Meredith was like, none of the women here ask or even care about what's going on with my personal life. And Whitney was like, that's not true. I care, and I'm your friend, and this and that, and la da da. But I can completely see where Lisa is coming from on this. Like, you got to see both sides of the story. And I think that's a good advice for anybody on this show, and for anybody in life, actually. Okay. And then they get into Lisa and Whitney. And this was in regards to after Whitney's best friend, Sherry, had passed. And then Lisa went to Meredith's party. And everybody came up and said, I'm so sorry, and hugged her and this, that. And then Whitney got upset because Lisa came in, gave Heather a present first, and then didn't say anything to her. And Lisa had said, hey, listen, I did comfort you, and I asked how you're doing. And then they showed footage of her asking, how are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? She asked a bunch of times. And Lisa had said, you even said in Bermuda, just please stop asking how I'm doing. That's triggering me into maybe not feeling better, not feeling okay. And can you please stop asking me how you're doing. And which then I understand. I completely understand. Listen, Lisa was like, well, I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. So, I mean, what am I going to do? Like I said, there's a lot of back and forth and policing between, like not policing, but there was a lot of back and forth between the four of them that it kind of, I don't want to say it was boring, but kind of a little bit it was. I mean, because these are just the same kind of things, especially later on when talk comes up of like, does she lack self-awareness? Well, of course. Listen, it's 4 seasons in. It's Lisa Barlow. That is Lisa Barlow. I mean, everybody on the show had basically, well, except for Monica, had said something to the effect of like, well, I know that this is something I shouldn't be doing, and duly noted, and I can work on it. But like, you expect Lisa Barlow to be a little ditzy and a little like lacking self-awareness. I mean, if she was a completely different Lisa Barlow, then she wouldn't be herself. She just wouldn't. It's just what you expect from Lisa Barlow on Salt Lake City. That's all. Next they talked about the marriages. I didn't understand this. They showed a clip of Angie talking to Sean after the rumor came out, after Monica brought the rumor up. And so they showed that, but then Andy immediately after asks Whitney about Justin not wearing his wedding ring. I didn't understand that, but she had said that, listen, he no longer wears it because it doesn't fit on his finger. I didn't know that. He wears it on a necklace around his neck, on a chain around his neck. Now wait a minute. You guys have money. You could either have gotten that resized or bought a whole new one. A ring around his neck on a chain? No, I don't buy that. No, I don't think that. Listen, Angie had called Monica a rat. She's like, this rat had to bring it out on TV. I think Monica was bringing it out because she wanted to make sure she was cementing herself in good to be on future seasons of Salt Lake City. I think that's why she did everything that she did. She did that for her star quality, and she did that to cement herself into a future full-time position and keep her snowflake. That's what I think. But she called Monica a rat. Now Monica, sure, after we find everything that Monica's about, she is a rat. I mean, you can't say she's not. But listen, if she's a rat, then Angie has to be kind of a rat too, and Angie's kind of a hypocrite. I mean, because isn't Angie the one who at the après-ski event at the beginning of the season, isn't she the one that screamed out at Meredith, spreading your legs around town outside of your marriage? She didn't like it. She didn't like it when those rumors were put out there on TV about herself. But she sure is okay with putting it out there about Meredith. Angie, I didn't like Angie in the beginning. I did not like Angie at all in the beginning. And then near the end, I kind of started to like Angie. But last night, she was a hypocrite because once again, you didn't like Monica spreading these rumors, but here you are spreading these rumors and screaming it at Meredith. That's not, that I don't like that. And then doesn't she double down a little bit later and talk about how she had heard that Meredith and her husband, Meredith and Seth, have kind of an open marriage, that they are seeing other people. No, listen to yourself, Angie. Listen to yourself. I'm going to tell you this much right now. If I ever need a lawyer, okay, here's who I want. Number one, my first choice of lawyer, if I could have dream lawyers, my first choice of lawyer would always be Emily D. Baker. Right there, at the very tippy top, Emily D. Baker. But honestly, if she's not available, I might have to go with Meredith Marks, because Meredith Marks, she is a lawyer. And listen, she can argue something like nobody's business, because they brought up you talking about the rumors and the nastiness, and you were putting, Andy was saying, well, you were insinuating that you have tea about the marriage. And she was like, but I did not. She read everything she said. And she, in fact, did not say anything about the marriage. She basically just said, do you want me to talk about the husband? That's it. The husband could have been anything. She didn't say the husband's infidelity. She didn't say your marriage. She said the husband. She said her husband. That's what she said. I'm with you, Meredith. You did not say it. Meredith also said that she did not say that in front of Lisa in the hopes of her taking the bait and spilling the beans on that. And then Meredith and Angie had gotten into it. I did not, when Angie called her a trampoline with eyes, I had no idea of what that meant. None whatsoever. It went right over my head. And on the reunion, she was like, well, trampoline with eyes was a compliment. And even Andy was like, Well, I guess it means that she doesn't have any wrinkles. Like her skin is tight and she doesn't have any wrinkles. I don't know. I think there's a better way of saying that. Maybe like you have fabulous skin and no wrinkles, or your face is smooth like a baby's bottom. Trampoline with eyes? Somebody calls me that, I'm going to be like, what the fuck does that mean? I'm wide? I'm wide like one? Oh, you better shut the fuck up. No. Okay. So once again, so Meredith was talking about all the things that Angie had said about her. I did not like the fact that Angie had said that she has multiple personalities. The reason why I say that is because I hate it and I do not like it. And I am totally against anybody using mental health, weaponizing and demonizing and making fun of somebody's mental health. I do not take kindly to it, and it's one of the worst traits anybody can have, and one of the worst things anybody can do, and that is minimizing or making fun of or belittling a mental illness. It's just despicable. Angie had said that she said that because Meredith has different voices. Do I think that I don't know if she was, I don't know. I don't think she was being, like that. Maybe she does mean, that she just has different voices. I just didn't like the inference on that. I just didn't like it at all. And then when you come to remember that the background that her nephew had, like her nephew had attempted to unalive himself previously, and because of some mental issues, and I didn't like that. I know nobody else is going to mention it. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. And then there was also the talk about, they were talking about her talking about Meredith's marriage. Once again, Angie is a hypocrite on that, because she didn't like Monica bringing up her marriage, but yet it's okay to bring up Meredith's. However, listen, it is true that you can, if one person is a hypocrite, then the other one in this discussion might be too, because Andy was like, well, Meredith, you have brought up other people's marriages as well, which she did. She brought up Lisa's marriage in the past. So we got a couple hypocrites. So that is what I thought of the reunion. It was historically reunions. The first episode of a reunion for me is never like, whoa, oh, as far as like Housewives goes. It usually gets better as you go on. So we'll see. Also near the end of this reunion, of this episode, Angie had said to Monica, you better shut up. You're out there spending your kids' money on a purse. And Monica was like, you keep my kids' names out of your mouth. I mean, Angie's not wrong. I'm just saying. Next week is part 2. Mary Crosby is back. Mary Crosby looks good. I mean, I thought she looked very good. Her hair was all flat iron. I thought she looked good, much better than this thing. I think I should get a wig. I think my hair is about done. I think I need to get wigs. So next week we continue and we find out that Jack Barlow, he bounced out of his mission. He's in SoCal. So there we go. So tell me in the comments what you thought. And with that being said, I'm going to head off because it's almost time for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and a snack. So if nobody told you yet today, I love you. You are loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, positivity, and all that good stuff out in the universe. And take care of one another. I love you guys. And please, number 1, stay aware of your surroundings. Number 2, please be safe. I love you guys. Stay warm. I will see you tomorrow. And bye, guys.